Hey guys, so welcome to Sit Down Talks with Sally. So this is the first ever video on this channel. This is going to be the first video for the year. Don't worry, there's many more to come. So what better way to start off the year, what better way to start off our channel, our friendship together than getting out of that lazy girl era. We need to start being more productive. We need to be our best, become the best version of ourselves this year. We're all learning here, so don't worry, we're gonna get this together. So everything I got and all the techniques that I'm going to share with you today come from Atomic Habits. It's such a great book. This is not a sponsorship, obviously, because this is my very first video, but this book is so great and it helps me a lot. But if you don't like reading, that's fine, girl. I got you, because I basically summarize all of these techniques and all of these tricks just for us to become better. Don't worry, we gonna get this, girl. When I decided that I wanted to become more productive or just get out of my lazy girl era, I basically made up in my mind that I don't want to keep losing out on opportunities or lacking experiences just because I decided to lay on my bed for a few more minutes. I just really wanted to make the best out of everything that I got and all of these opportunities. Like, really coming to the end of last year, it was a great year for me. 2024 was so great. It was so full of opportunities and experiences, and I'm so thankful for it. But I just felt like I could have done a bit more, you know what I mean? I could have done a little more to enhance my life and to make me a better person, right? So without further ado, let's get right into this. I'm gonna try any techniques. Start off with a habit scoreboard. So this is basically where you just write down a list of your habits, whether they're good or bad, from when you first wake up to when you go to sleep. Yes, when you first wake up, and then when you go to bed, you go to sleep at night. Make a scoreboard of everything that you do, so that way at the end of the year you could track how much progress you made. You no longer do this, but now you do that. You stop doing this, now you do that. You started doing this, so you no longer do that. You understand what I'm saying? And it doesn't matter if you see this video halfway through 2025 or you see it coming down to the end of 2025. It doesn't matter, because listen, this is the start of your journey. This is the start of your year. So think of this as the start of your year, that you're going to start getting yourself together. And it doesn't matter if it's a full year, it's half of a year, it's a couple months. It's something that you're going to start and it's going to stick with you forever. To start off with our first technique, it is the 1% improvement. So usually when we all want to start a new habit, you all want to get rid of something that isn't working out for you. Like, okay, you wake up 12 o'clock in the afternoon and you want to stop that and you want to start waking up 5 a.m. Girl, you're gonna wake up 5 a.m. for 2 days, 3 days. If you're good enough, you make it through a week. But eventually your body's gonna tell you, okay, well, you need one rest day. That one rest day is gonna end up being 2, 3, and you go right back to waking up at 12 in the afternoon. The 1% improvement helps you understand that you don't have to jump from 0 to 100 right away. You could start off every day by improving by 1%. If your ultimate end goal is to wake up 5 a.m. and you know you wake up 12 in the afternoon, start off by a 1% improvement. Probably wake up 15 to 30 minutes earlier every day, and it's gonna be easier for you. Another thing that you could do, like as a 1% improvement, is to maybe be in bed. You don't even have to go to bed 15 minutes earlier. You could just be in bed 15 minutes earlier, and it's just gonna help you know, like, all right, I need to wind down, I need to get myself together, get myself organized to go to bed, so that way, you know, you could wake up that 15 minutes earlier. Now, waking up 15 minutes earlier compared to waking up hours earlier just to make that 5 o'clock goal, it's gonna be a lot easier. You're not really gonna feel it. It's gonna be like, okay, well, whatever, this is light work, you know what I mean? And every day you improve until you reach your final goal. And I don't even want to say final goal, because when you think of it, if you create a habit, it's gonna become your routine and your lifestyle, to the point where these goals are just another accomplishment in your life, and you're gonna want to keep going even after you reach your goal. Just fall in love with the routine, fall in love with the process of reaching goals and you know, making accomplishments, because it's just gonna be a lot easier and it's gonna feel a lot better. You know what I mean? Right. So improving 1% every day will really help you out, because at the end of the year, at the end of 2 months, you're gonna be what, 60% improved, 365% improved. Like, come on, you're gonna be a better version of you every single day. The second technique that I have for you is habit stacking. Now, this has helped me, and let's just make this one quick. Let me tell you how. So, a bad habit that I I don't have it anymore, is carelessness. I was really, really, really careless, to the point where I only had these glasses for like a couple of months and I broke them. So one bad habit that I had is that I would be so lazy, I wouldn't even want to put them away. I'm just going to take them off and toss them to the side of me. Girl, it's not good. So one day we was listening to some juicy tea with our little boo, and the tea was so juicy, girl, that I sat up on the bed, like propped myself up on my elbow. As I put my weight and pressed on my elbow, I heard crook. Yeah, we know what happened from there. I had to pat on the bed until I found back the lens for my glasses. It was not good. Everybody was like, oh, I told you so, I told you so. Right. So how I fixed this was habit stacking. So obviously we're going to take the light off before we go to bed every night. So to explain how habit stacking is that you're going to add on a new habit to a current habit that you already do. So I just added on, after I take off the light, I'm about to take off these glasses, I'm gonna put them on my wardrobe, and then I'm gonna head to bed. And trust me, my glasses haven't broke since then. They've been saved, they've been kept well, and it's a new habit that honestly I'm proud of. To tell you the truth, I don't even put my glasses on the bed if I want to take them off during the day. Like, I will get up and put them on my wardrobe, because you're just that accustomed to taking them off and putting them on the wardrobe at the end of the night that you know that just leaving it on your bed, it's just weird now. Like, you know, it's a bad habit, you don't do it anymore, so you're gonna put it away. Yep. So habit stacking really does help. Just add on your new habit to something that you currently do. So the third technique that we have is make it obvious. Make it obvious, girl, what you want to start doing. Make it obvious, girl, what you want to start doing. Put it in plain sight. Now, this doesn't mean, okay, well, I want to read a book, so I'm gonna put it on my nightstand. No, you know you're passing that nightstand every night. You're gonna look at it and you're gonna be like, tomorrow. No, procrastination is not gonna get you anywhere. Put the book on your bed in the morning when you make up your bed, or even if you don't want to make up your bed on a morning, just take the book and put it by your pillow, so that way when you lie down to sleep and you're getting ready to unwind and go to bed, you see the book and you're like, all right, let's read a few chapters. You have it there, you see it there, you know that's what you have to do. An example of how I applied this to me is, okay, so I have supplements that I know I have to take. Now, I would take them religiously for about 2 weeks, but after those 2 weeks, girl, bye-bye. I'm gonna see the slightest bit of improvement, and I'm gonna be like, that's good enough for me. I don't need to take them as much anymore, and I'm just not gonna take them as much anymore. So what I did to change that is I took the whole bottle of supplements and I put them in my bag. And that really did help me, because as I'm going through the day, instead of me thinking like, okay, well, now I have to walk all the way here, take the medicine, go back about my day. No, as I'm going about my day, I'm trying to find my chapstick, I'm trying to pull out, look for something in my wallet. I see the bottle of pills and I'm just like, all right, let's take them. And that's complete. I made it obvious enough for me to know to take it. And now, even if I did not go in the bag for the whole day, I still go in the bag and I take them now, because I know and I realize that, like, listen, this is what I have to do. It just helps me. It just helps me. So make it obvious, make it in plain sight, make it where you can't miss it and you cannot turn it down. The fourth technique is temptation bundling. So make it look attractive, girl. Make it look irresistible. Make it look like, oh yeah, I want to do that. And then to break out the bad habit that also looks tempting and is also, you know, attractive and is satisfying your cravings, and you know, your body feeling rewarded, make that unattractive. Like, just look at all the negatives in that, but start like romanticizing that good habit. So one thing that I did for temptation bundling is, when it comes to working out, because I wanted to start working out this year, I was like, okay, to work, like, you know, I'm gonna work out. As I work out, I get to listen to music. And if you're anything like me, like, I love music. Music is like, I always love to jam, always listen to every genre of music. Like, we're gonna go from dance hall to pop, all the way back to sad songs, and we about to put on some K-pop. Like, come on, I just be jamming out. So I just see this as an opportunity of, like, I get to do something that I enjoy and something that I like. So temptation bundling could be like that. You know that you need to save money and you want to start cooking more often, put Netflix on. I know you got a phone. Put Netflix on your phone, prop it up, turn the volume on, put your AirPods in. Yeah, put your AirPods in and put that Netflix show on. And while you're cooking, you're getting to watch the latest episode of you're getting to watch the latest episode of Squid Games, you're getting to watch a little K-drama. Yup. Grey's Anatomy, doesn't matter, whatever it is. You want to listen to a podcast, you like listening to podcasts, well, this is the perfect way for you to start walking, start taking some walks, start running around your community, taking little evening jogs and stuff like that. And while you do that, you can listen to that podcast that you always wanted to listen to. Temptation bundling, you're getting to do something that you like while doing something that you don't really want to do, but you're excited about it, and you're gonna keep doing it because of the fact that you get the opportunity to watch Netflix, you get opportunity to listen to music. You get what I'm saying? It's just a great way to start a new habit while also kicking out an old habit, because I always think, and I will always say it, that when you start putting good habits into practice, you're not gonna feel to do the bad habits anymore, because it just feels wrong and it feels weird. You already started these good habits, so to like continue doing bad habits is just gonna be like, girl, what are you doing? You get what I'm saying? So count one. So for the fifth technique, we're going to be reframing up here. We're gonna reframe our mindset. Now, what does this mean? What does this truly mean? I feel like the foundation of creating a good habit. Now, remember when I said habits form mentally before they form physically? This is what I mean. Reframing your mindset is so important because it helps you look at every situation positively rather than negatively. If it's one thing that I struggled with before and I don't want to continue doing this bad habit, or this continue this negativity, is that whenever I have any job or any work to do, I feel like it takes up my whole entire day, and I feel like I can't do anything else for the entire day. I can't exercise, I can't work out, I can't read a book, I can't cook, I can't do anything because, oh, I'm so drained, I'm so tired, I worked all day. It's not really good. You know, we're all guilty of something like that, girl. So right? Let's reframe up here a little bit, and let's start looking at it positively. Like, okay, yeah, I got out of work at 5, but you know, maybe I could go to the supermarket and get my favorite chocolate covered pretzels. You just start looking at things a bit more positively. You still have time to go home and try a new recipe before you unwind and get into bed and get ready for the other day. You know, get ready for the next day, not the other day. You know what I mean? So reframing up here all has to do with looking at things positively, but then you also need to know how to decipher what needs to be looked at positively and what needs to be looked at negatively. And this goes back to your scoreboard. So if you're looking at getting home late and you know you don't have much time to yourself, maybe look at it positively. Like, okay, you could try one new thing, one new recipe, or you could look at one episode at the end of the day. But then look at it negatively to lie down in bed all day. If you lie down in bed, lie down in bed after you get home from work and you don't try that new thing and that new recipe, you're losing out on experiences and you're losing out on opportunities. Like, come on, girl. Life has too much good things to offer for us to be looking at things negatively, and we don't even realize that we're looking at things negatively because you feel like, okay, well, this is just life right now. No, if you look at it more positively, you're gonna look at a life that you could have. You get what I'm saying? So always try to look at the positive in every situation. That's a new habit that you're gonna build. You know what I mean? Reframe that mindset and look at all them habits that you wanna build as something positive, not negative, not hard to do. And for our last technique is to change around your environment. Now you're probably thinking like, okay, if I live in a toxic household or I live in a toxic workplace, how am I going to change my environment? It's not like I could just move out. I understand more than you probably think I do. Now, to go back a little bit, let's go back a little bit. Yes, environments have a lot to do and a lot to play when it comes to your habits forming, from a small itsy bitsy little baby to big adults to teenagers. Your environment and your surroundings have a lot to play in your habit building. So, okay, you're now thinking, all right, how am I going to change my habits if my environment is preventing me from doing so? Easy, let me tell you. So, you're just going to create another environment where you fit in. Your habits and who you want to be, your new identity, that's where you fit in. Yes, you're still living with your family. Yes, you're still working at that place. But you know what? As you're working and you have that free time, change around the environment that you could control. So on your phone, if you want to be that girl that works out and she has her life together. Now, sometimes social media could be, it could be deceiving. What you see is not what they are or not how they live, but that's how you want to live, and that's what's most important right now. So that girl that you see that looks like she has her life together, yeah, take notes from what she has. You enjoy looking at her because, one, she doesn't make you feel insecure. That's important. So don't go into a community that makes you feel insecure, because it's gonna be worse for you. Go into a community, look at people, start surrounding yourself, and it might not even be physically, it might be virtually, or it might be mentally, with people that you want to become and with your new identity. So that's why you're gonna start looking at that girl that probably does Pilates 2 to 3 times a week, because when she does Pilates, you're gonna be like, all right, she does it, I'm gonna do it too. Like, one example of that as well that I started doing is that, okay, I'm a self-diagnosed girly. Okay, I do my research and then in my head I'm like, I have 1, 2, 3 symptoms. That's me. And although I might be a bit delusional and I might not have the things that I am diagnosing myself with, just to look at people like that, like, I feel like I fit in, and how their lifestyle is how I want my lifestyle to be. So you know what, I'm gonna continue looking at them because they make me feel like there's nothing wrong with how I want to be and what I want to become. But you just need to start surrounding yourself, whether it's virtually or mentally, recreate that environment. And it might be hard at first, but trust me, you really need to ignore some people. And when you find that environment and that community that you fit into and that you really do enjoy and they make you feel at home, like if they understand you, that toxic environment, like, you're to hell with them, get out, you don't care about them anymore and they don't bother you. So that is the end of the video. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know, ask them in the comments. I would be so happy, I would be so willing to answer them for you. And once again, thank you for tuning in and watching the first episode of this series of getting out of your lazy girl era and let's start being who we want to be and our true identities. I feel like this year is all about rebranding. Let's rebrand together, girl. Bye guys, see you guys next week in the other episode for this series. Bye.